All right. It's time for another exciting episode of the Joshcast. Da-da-da-da-da. Joshcast. Nausea. Sartre was right. Sartre was right. Sartre was right. There is no God. Joshcast. Brought to you by existentialism. Nobody cares about you! Alright, let's see. Feeling nauseous this morning. Terrified that it's a terminal illness. Immediately what I jumped to. Maybe I just had some bad eel yesterday. I did have some eel at the Japanese restaurant. That could be a problem. Perhaps I'm having a bad eel reaction. In fact, the more I just say eel, the more I feel upset. I like the taste of eel. The only weird thing about eating eel is that it's eel! It's a weird looking fish. Eel. It looks angrier than most fish. That's what eel looks like to me. Somehow just angrier. The Lewis Black of fish. All I'm saying is we just need to electrocute the humans. That's what I'm saying we do. Come on, people! Calm down, eel. My name is not Eel. My name is Frederick. Okay? Don't call me Eel. Salmon. My name is actually Salmon. No, it isn't. You're one of billions of salmon. Yeah, it's actually Salmon. My mother named me Salmon. Your name, what? Your mother just named you Salmon. Why did she name you Salmon? Because I'm salmon colored. Oh my God. Well, call me Frederick. Okay, Salmon? Yes? No, I'm talking to... You're also named Salmon? Yes. How many salmon right now are named Salmon? Yeah, me. Yep, right here. Yep, me. Yep, salmon. Yep. Are there any salmon who are not named Salmon? Have any of you noticed that you all have the same name? So this is the first time that you're all noticing. You've been swimming together for years now. This is the first time that you're noticing that you all have the same name. Why is everyone looking at me shocked? Hey, you're an eel and you said shocked. I wasn't trying to make a pun. So that's that about eels. That's my hot take on eels. But yes, feeling nauseous. I did watch the Cloverfield Paradox last night, and I must say I quite enjoyed it. It did not get good reviews, but I disagree with the reviews. I thought it was fun. It is a part of the Cloverfield, I guess, trilogy. And this is going to be spoiler alert if you're going to watch the movie. This is a major spoiler alert coming, so brace yourself. But the conceit of the movie is that they're on a space station working with this big, huge particle accelerator, and they inadvertently, with the particle accelerator, jump into an alternate reality, and at the same time allow elements from other alternate realities to enter their reality. Which basically explains why the big monster appeared in the first Cloverfield. That because of a rupture in the fabric of space and time and reality, this creature emerged. And I've noticed that whenever there's a rupture in the fabric of space and time and reality, it's always a giant monster that appears. I suppose the one exception would be Howard the Duck, to be in all fairness. I think he's from a different reality. But then again, in the Marvel Universe, it seems to be he's in the same... I'm not sure. Anyway, in general, in these horror movies, it's always a giant monster or some kind of malevolent creature that appears from an alternate reality. And I feel like, especially in the Clover Paradox, if they're opening multiple realities, and elements of multiple realities are falling in, you'd think there'd be the opposite, like exceedingly angelic creatures that fall through. Well, this accelerator opened it merged our reality with another reality. And that explains two things. The giant monster that's attacking the city, and Steve. Hey! That's Steve. Steve comes from a reality where there is justice, and people treat each other with compassion, and there's no want or hunger. And people who are in monogamous relationships have an equal give and take, and really treat each other with respect and love. Yeah, hey, sorry to hear about your monster trouble, but I mean, if there's anything I can do to help, I'm here. My name's Steve Atkins. Jenkins, what do you think? What do you think our options are? Well, we've tried using conventional weapons against the monster, and there's been no effect. My only other conclusion is that we'll have to try nuclear weapons, but the fallout from that would possibly be more devastating than the creature. Steve, do you have any ideas? I don't actually. I'm just a nice guy. I'm an accountant. I really don't have the skills for that. Yes, but you are from another dimension. Right. Yes, that is true. But that doesn't really give me any knowledge about this dimension or that. I mean, that monster's not from my dimension. I can tell you that for sure. I mean, you know, the giant lizard creatures in my dimension are quite docile and friendly. You have docile and friendly lizard creatures in your dimension. Oh yeah. Yeah, they roam, but they never step on anybody. I mean, it's amazing that they're able to do that. In fact, sometimes they help with construction projects. Wow. Anderson, what about trying to find a way to communicate with it? Well, that's difficult to say. We've analyzed the creature's shrieks and screams, and it just seems to be acting off of instinct. Doesn't seem to be any intelligence. Well, that's too bad. I mean, the creatures in my dimension can actually carry on a conversation. I mean, really, this is... the more I kind of experience your dimension, I gotta say, guys, I think this is hell. I hate to say it. That's... seeing an advertisement saying the world of Da Vinci now open at the Reagan Library, and there seems to be... I could get political here. I could so get political here, but I don't want to. I want this podcast to appeal to everyone. Democrat or Republican, the Josh Cast appealed to all sides. And it was evident in his 0 views on YouTube. Indeed, all sides were totally unaware the podcast existed. I also saw Men in Black International, which I was not a fan of, to be totally honest. And I know a lot of work went into making the movie, and I don't like trashing. movies per se. But the one thing I noticed about that one, not so much about the movie, but whenever they did, there was a car in the movie, and it was a Lexus, and that was the hero car. The hero car is always, a sports car or, a really cool car of some kind. And for once in my life, I want the hero car in a movie to be a 1990 Honda Accord. I don't think that's too much to ask. I want a character to say, "Summon my Honda." Not get into the Honda. Summon my Honda. The vampire monsters are attacking. Did you say vampire monsters? Yes. As opposed to vampire non-monsters? Well, sir, as I've explained, in an alternate dimension, there are vampires, but they're actually quite docile and nice. Most of them are real estate agents in this dimension. But in our dimension, they are in fact monsters. That is why I have started to call them vampire monsters. But enough of that. The vampire monsters are on the rampage again. They've taken all of the Denver metro area. They're advancing through Utah. We believe they'll be in Los Angeles within the day. What do we have to fight against them? What kind of weapons should we be using? I mean, does the cross actually work on them? No, the cross does not work on them. Nor does any other religious symbol, but we have discovered something that does work on them. Yes. The sign of Oshkosh Bagosh. Say that again. The sign of Oshkosh Bagosh. It appears that whenever they are shown the logo of the Oshkosh Bagosh brand, they burst into flames and die. The Oshkosh Bagosh brand. That doesn't make any sense. Well, as I explained, in this reality, we live in an existential universe in which the laws of physics do not quite apply, unlike other realities where they do. So in this reality, for some reason that our science has yet to understand, Oshkosh Bagosh pants kills vampires. Do we have enough Oshkosh Bagosh pants to stop this onslaught? We do not. However, there's a plan in progress. We think we can fabricate the Oshkosh Bagosh pants in a convincing way. But what about just the logo? Just the logo helps, but it takes the power of the entire pant to stop the onslaught of the vampire monsters. Sir, we have to get to the garment district as soon as possible. I understand. Jenkins, summon my Honda! And that was the whole point of that sketch, to get to that line. Summon my Honda. That was the whole purpose. That was the whole purpose. That was the whole purpose. That was the whole purpose of that sketch. Dun, dun, that was the whole purpose. Cut. Yeah. So, listen, it's great singing. I think, I see where you're going with the song. I think there's a definite comedic undertone to it. I just have a few notes. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't usually get notes. I usually have creative control over the songs. Yeah, well, that's changing. We're under new management now, and there's some notes from the producers. They're just minor stuff. I'm sure. I'm sure you'll agree with them. Okay, first of all, we're wondering if you can do more of a hardcore rap style. I really, I'm not a rapper. Yeah, but that's, we just think that's going to track better with the younger kids. Secondly, we're wondering if you can throw in more allusions to sex and violence. Again, we're trying to appeal to the younger demographic. I really, that's really not my That's really not my thing. I mean, listen, I am what I am, and if you don't like what I am, if you're not into that, then maybe you need to get a different musician that fits your parameters. Well, I anticipated that you'd say that, and that is why we've decided to open an alternate reality and find the musician we're looking for. I'm sorry, did you say open an alternate reality? Yes. What did you're saying you can't find someone in this reality? No, we've tried. We spent a half a day on it. I'm not sure if opening another reality is such a good idea. That it could you could bring in, demons and monsters. It seems like a long way to go to just find the right singer for your project. I don't think you understand the kind of pressure I'm under to deliver the product to the advertisers, okay? We're doing this. We're opening this alternate dimension right now with this particle accelerator. I didn't know they had a particle accelerator in Santa Monica. Well, you do now. Jenkins, turn on the accelerator. I'm a particle accelerator. Did the particle accelerator just say it's a particle accelerator? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm a particle accelerator. Ha! Yeah. Did the particle accelerator just cough? Yeah, sounds like it. Jenkins, there's been a something's wrong with the accelerator. Something happened. Hello? Who are you? I'm a musician. I'm a rock star. Really? Yeah. I heard you was looking for a new musician. Where exactly are you from? I'm from England, I am. Your accent sounds a bit off. Well, in my dimension, this is a perfect British English accent. Well, excellent. We're looking for. Well, we wanted a rapper, but I mean, while you're here, you can maybe just audition for us, and we'll see if you're the right fit. All right. I'm British. Bah. I'm British. Britain is great. America sucks. I'm British. I'm British. I'm British. I'm British. That's perfect. Well, everything worked out on this particular day. I think your accelerator also brought out these monsters that are attacking Santa Monica. Well, good. The parking there sucks. You realize that there is here. Listen. I need to make a contract with this guy. Okay. We'll call you if something comes up and we can use your kind of music. We'll give you a call.